Hey,
Hey, Nat, what's up, man?
I'm almost done with you.
Oh, cool. Then it should be ready. You know what? It'll be perfect to roll out with the Crown of Kings then, because I think if all goes well tonight, you guys will finish with Seven Serpents, and then for the Crown of Kings, we'll be able to roll this out and debut it, and it'll be good because Crown of Kings is complicated. So,
Um, I need to test it, doing some lost things.
okay. Well, you can actually, while we're waiting for people, you could. You could post links in TeamSpeak so that I can download it to this computer because this is my good computer. Whoa, whoa,
Um,
whoa! What just happened?
Before we will be able to do it, you,
Oh, there we
as
go.
I was telling you, you will have to do some things. You will have to connect to my VPN and become part of it, so you would be able uh, to, like, people be able to connect to you through my
Oh, all right. Well, then maybe. Hey, I'm glad you made it, Fitz. Hey, what's up, Xanos? Well, we're gonna wait, until we get a little bit of the until we get around the 15 number as usual, and then we'll get
User
underway.
joined your channel.
Where is my TeamSpeak?
We can test it until then. Yes.
Sure. So how do I do that? Let's see.
I need time.
Okay.
Uh, I was making all the preparations, all the exceptions from the morning and almost done with it, but not yet.
Okay.
Fully yet.
No, that's cool. Uh,
Lost and lost.
that is fine. Well, let me know when you want me to test and all
Uh,
that, and I will
by the
do so.
way, while I'm doing this, do you know how to create a VPN connection?
Not off the top of my head. No, I do not.
Um, we'll explain you.
Is it reasonably easy?
Yes. It's just a matter of few minutes. Just need to.
Yeah, Seven Serpents has been difficult. I'm actually, if I had to guess, I would have assumed that you would have died very little in Shamantanti Hills, and I think you only died once there, and then you would have died more in Kare, probably like 4 times, and I think you only died once or I think maybe twice there, and then you would have died, one or two less than that in Seven Serpents, but instead you died once in Shamantanti Hills, I think twice in Kare, and then you just like doubled that number in Seven Serpents. So it's been an interesting experience. What's really hurt you guys, honestly, more than anything else, has been this number. The seven skill has been no fun. The rest of your numbers are fine. Like the stamina is pretty good, the luck is good, but that skill number has been rough. So I'm hoping you guys are able to find a weapon or something. Yeah, yeah, real life like FTL. Yeah.
Pity that I haven't got time enough to implement some basic interface. Will be will be a bit like ugly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I wouldn't. But also, yeah, I wouldn't rush it just for this though, Net. Because like I say, like Crown of Kings is probably the size of Kare and Seven Serpents put together. So we're gonna be on that a while, unless you guys just completely surprise me and like blow everything away and all that. So that's the deal.
Hope people don't mind. Uh, First of all, we will have to unstop. Um, you see, the problem, main is I know how to create the VPN using Russian interface, and if we will have to create it using your PC, I will need to view all the stuff on your desktop.
Oh, I see.
That's the
Um,
problem.
I see. Hey, what's up, Kool Aid? And yes, Rookie,
I
I will.
might be able to tell you what to do, like using my word translation mind without showing people your desktop. We'll
Probably.
try it this way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Probably you'll be able to do that. But what I'm wondering though is, I'm wondering, wouldn't it be better for us to do this session and then afterwards you and I stay on a little bit longer and work it out off stream? You know what I mean? I'm just thinking that might be a little bit easier so that you can focus on the game and me as well without having to, that's why I was thinking it might be a little bit easier than having to worry about you trying to explain things to me verbally and me possibly fouling it up and so on.
Not sure I understood.
So I'm saying maybe we should wait on doing the testing and rolling this out until after the stream. Like so we go through tonight, and then when I log off for the night, then I'll stay on TeamSpeak for a bit, and we can test it then. You know what I mean?
As you wish.
Yeah,
As
I
you
think that'll be easier
wish.
because I don't want to put you or me under pressure otherwise.
Pressure?
Well,
What kind of
pressure
pressure?
because pressure of time and people going, "What are you guys doing?" and that kind of thing. So
It's all up to you. Like,
yeah,
you decide what to do.
I think that's what we should do, and then after the stream, that'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. What Nedwin's talking about, by the way, is he's put together essentially the basics of it are he's created a system whereby you guys will be able to download a client program that will allow you to vote in polls. So basically, like this thing that I do right now, that I basically count up votes, you guys will be able to vote. But the awesome part is that I have a server side version of this. So whenever you guys vote, you'll be able to, I'll start a poll and I'll give you guys what the choices are, and then you guys will vote, and I will see like whose nickname and stuff like that voted for what, and you'll only be able to vote once until I restart the poll. So it'll be like, yeah. So it's going to be really awesome. Like I tested it, part of it the other night, like his alpha beta version, and it was really awesome. Like just it makes it feel much more interactive. We thought about doing the poll code, but
For
the
the Xenos question.
oh
Yeah,
yeah yeah
sorry.
yeah no, you answer that, Nick, because you were the
Uh, Let me explain. The basic thing is between two, PC version and internet version. I can try to make like your client version on the internet and the server will still be on the RFPCs, but it's rather difficult and with implementing many bugs, and it's not for several days of code, a matter of like month or more. Otherwise, just doing something like poll code is very annoying and inconvenient in terms of time. You will have to like create a poll each time, wait for everyone to vote, and like on other hand, you will be able to vote for like for the minute for 6 times already. Like it will be much simpler, much maybe not much simpler, but in terms of time usage and convenience, you will all have like small program where you will not have to like switch all time and or time losing thing. You'll just like switch to it for a second, press the button, and that's all. Yes, that's this.
yeah.
Uh,
And the
I
reason I
was
asked him to do that was because, sorry, Net, the reason I asked him to do that is because he was asking me if there's some software that he could help me do. And by help, he means make for me because I'm an idiot when it comes to that stuff. And and like, so I thought about doing this because I thought it was just so much more interactive that you guys would be actually directly connected to it. And so, yeah.
um, when the idea has come, it was just basics of like two forms. On one form, we will have like like options and to vote, and the other one will be just for the results. But as far as we consider it, um, we have to have more, and implementing like it takes some more time than I was thinking it would.
Yep. So it's going to be awesome. We won't be able to make troll votes.
Xenos.
Zenos, you can always make troll votes, my friend. You will always find a way to make troll votes. By the way, a cool thing that I don't think I let you guys know is that did you know that this is the 30th anniversary of the Sorcery series that we're going through right now? And that there's been some discussion of doing like a reissue of some of these sorcery books, not in like an online form, but they're thinking about maybe doing a version that might eventually show up on like iOS, like the iPad App Store or whatever, and stuff like that. So yeah, so we
They
are.
probably saw your streams.
Yeah, I'm sure. And for some reason have neither sued me nor given me the money for getting interest back going, right? Hey,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I mean, like, both of them, Steve Jackson and Ian Livingstone, are still alive. And Ian Livingstone, you guys know Steve Jackson because he's the guy who founded Games Workshop, which are the people who does all the Warhammer stuff. And Ian Livingstone is the guy who not only did he do a bunch of these game books, but he also is one of the big heads over at Eidos, which are the ones that did Tomb Raider and a bunch of those things. So yeah, he's been like a big part of the scene over in the UK for a long time. And this series, like this 4-book series, is the best it's ever gotten. I mean, there's some very very good fighting fantasy game books, and we'll probably go through some of them. But like this series to me is the pinnacle of what it could be. Like it just is incredible. Hey, Meat, what's up? No, you have not missed anything, my friend. We are still waiting to get ready. I want to at least pass 10 before we get started. So we got a few more people to go.
I don't think so, Zenos.
That's true. That's the whole key. We all work together, and then everyone will get the attention he deserves, and like they will fly him out of Russia, and they'll fly him in for a discussion. He'll be doing a TED talk. He's like, so the way that you put together this program,
Oh, I love TED Talks.
aren't they awesome? It's pretty. Do they have? No, wait. Do they have? Is there anyone who does like a subtitle, like a translation, Russian translation, or do you do it based on your knowledge of English?
First, I found the English ones. Later on, like after a month or more, I accidentally. It wasn't my intention, but I found the Russian translation of it.
Nice.
But still watching in the English, but because like it's like watching some video, some film. It you like to watch it both in English and Russian. For example, you might find very awesome translation by Russians, like sounds of and words being translated, but you're also curious about how it was in the very beginning with the basic English translation. Like, like I forget the word. Like people's people. What the word is?
Uh,
People talks and sounds their characters. Like,
uh, oh, subtitles you talk about?
no, voicing characters.
Voice.
When there is a picture and without the voices, and the actor is actually voicing the
Oh, it's
character.
lip sync. Lip syncing.
Yes, lip sync.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know
So it's
this
like a
word.
bad kung fu movie, is what you're telling me. It's
Probably.
like a bad. Yeah, I can understand that. Actually, there's a St. John's philosophy professor, the university where I teach, who's been on one of those TED talks. I can't remember which one, but yeah, they're pretty cool. Um, it's kind of neat because it's cool to see people getting interested again in various topics, including technology. In fact, one of the better TED talks, I think it was a TED talk, was a guy who, oh God, every time I see his name, um, I wonder, maybe I should track it down. His name is Sir Kenneth something, but he's an expert on education. He's from the UK, and there was this version. I don't know if anyone's ever seen. The UPS whiteboard commercials. If you're in the United States, you know what I'm talking about. Where some guy is like scribbling drawings very quickly on a whiteboard, and so this guy does illustrations basically to talks, like previously recorded talks. And this guy, the Sir Kenneth guy, whose name I can never remember, gives this talk about education and the way that it's shifted, and then focuses his attention on the U.S. And oh my God, is it good? I mean, it's sort of staggering how insightful it is, which is another example of why it troubles me that we need to go to Europe to find the most insightful information about Americans. And like that's straight up true. Alexis de Tocqueville still may have written one of the most important and influential and intelligent, insightful looks at the American character, and he did it a couple hundred years ago. And he was from France. So, I mean, it's amazing to me. You go to Europe and you get incredible insight into the soul of America. So, yeah, the commercial. Yeah, there were a bunch of them like 2-3 years ago, I think, I want to say. But, rookie, it's funny. Oh, man alive. All right, so we need to get a few more. Come on, 3 more peoples.
Where are you? I like it now in new phrases of English language of American English language because it's so like all this slang, all this like yeah, you know.
Yeah, like yo and
Yes, it's just not the words themselves. It's all about the culture. How
yes.
people get to the point where these words, this phrase become something very casual, very like common used, and how it happened to become such a situation. Like it
Yep.
all
Yep. I totally agree with that.
blows my mind.
I agree with that. There's a real vitality to language and the English language in particular. There's a vitality to it, kind of an excitement and energy, and it comes from the fact that America sort of that English everywhere sort of unashamedly basically steals from everyone else and like draws all these concepts and everything, and then slang picks up on that. And actually it's one of the reasons why I like hanging around Twitch too, because you get all of these that, well, like things like YOLO and dost thou even hoist and stuff like that that only makes sense to Twitch people, but it's cool because it's another form of literacy. And it's one of the things that bothers me when people talk about this idea that oh, kids these days they're not literate. And my point is that my students are just as literate now as students have ever been. The difference is that the literacy has shifted. And I think that what students don't do enough of is they don't pay attention to enough literacies, plural, other than their own. So they will know tons and tons about the sort of equivalent of like slang, like you were talking about, but they won't know as much about other registers of speech. So when, if you go to a job interview, you're going to speak differently than you will when you're hanging out with your friends. And I speak differently with all of you on my stream than what I do to my classes. And I speak differently in my classes than what I do when I'm presenting on a panel at a writing conference, right? So it's those different kind of methods of things like that. So, yeah.
Yes, of
What's up?
course.
What's up,
We
Matt?
all understand.
You are their teacher, Arv. Thank you.
What does it mean? Speaks fluid, casual American English.
Fluid, casual American English. I think that's a nice way of saying anyone who speaks slang as a second language, basically, because it is almost its own language. Like slang is really almost its own thing. I actually
Yeah.
remember trying to listen to uh, Jamaican patois, and like the fast Jamaican, which is technically English, is almost impossible to follow if you're not from Jamaica. And I had a couple of friends of mine who tested this, and they were like, "Here, try this out." And then they go through this like really fast, rapid fire, back and forth. Half of it sounds like slang. It just sounded like half nonsense. But I was picking up stuff there. And then when they dropped back into regular English, I was like, "Whoa, what did you just say?" So it was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Oh man, this is the only problem trying to do this when listening to the hood slang. Yeah, this is the only problem trying to do this when Cat is streaming. I want to get a
Yeah.
few more people. The only reason I want to get a few more people is just because that way we get more participation in chat. But
Maybe steal from Stolbo. She also has seven
oh,
viewers.
Satovo, yeah, I know, right? Well, the thing is, in general, the follower numbers and everything have been going up. I think I'm up to like 264 or something now. So we're getting there bit by bit by bit.
We have here several mods of Kata's stream. No one can just like go there and ask Kata if he don't mind to post a link again.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
well we could do
someone
that. Well, I don't want to steal too many people from. I mean, I don't want.
deal. You
Well,
have seven.
I
He
know,
have like
I know. He's got
100.
100 and some plus. I know, I know.
Uh,
Technically rookie it is. Why?
why?
Why
Why
do you
is
ask?
why is it 18 plus? Like on the good side or because of the bad side of the question?
User disconnected from your
You
channel.
rather tell me later? Okay. Um, it's really more of a being careful that
Young people
yeah.
will.
Well, that I want to make sure that some subjects. My very seldom does my channel get into stuff that Kata's channel gets into sometimes, but although actually that discussion we had on chocolate that would totally have been in this channel, no question about that. And let me tell you, that chocolate was good, very very solid, and I've still got like 4.85 pounds of it, so Sanos. Seriously. So see, you just blew through that.
Um,
Maps. Goodness.
I
Good
don't.
times. All right, well, I will summarize. While we're waiting, I will actually summarize for you folks what's been going on. So, as you all know, you know that you're looking for the Crown of Kings, and you know that you are in Book 3. You're about probably, I don't know, 2/3, 3/4 of the way through Book 3. And what you discovered is you were making your way across the backlands towards your final stage of the journey, which is the fortress of Mampang itself. On your way there, you discovered that there are 7 serpents who are servants of the Archmage who stole the Crown of Kings, who have found out about your mission and are basically separately winging their way to try to warn him. Now, thus far, you have destroyed 3 of those serpents, although I guess I should say 2, technically. Technically 2 of those serpents so far, earth and fire. And that means that you've got, depending on how you count it, you've got either 5 or 4 serpents left that you have to get, so that you don't have the Archmage warned. And in the meantime, of course, you also have to survive while getting across the land and make sure that you are, that you actually make it to the fortress, which is your number 1 goal. So that's the deal that has happened. You have died quite a bit, but you have made some progress. You ran into someone, this person they called the Sham. You did find that person, and she gave you a glass vial which contains this gas which is used to destroy the Sleepless Ram. And you're going to find the Sleepless Ram supposedly at some point in the 4th and final book. You've also discovered some weaknesses of the serpents. You've discovered that the air serpent can be destroyed when it's outside its body. You've discovered that the earth serpent must be out of contact with the earth, and actually you killed the earth serpent because of that knowledge. You discovered that the fire serpent was extinguished by sand, and then you've discovered the sun serpent can't abide water, and the water serpent can't tolerate oil. So those are the things that you've discovered. You also happen to have the silver serpent ring, which allows you to get information from the serpents. And so far, this is the information you've gotten from the serpents. All of this applies to the 4th book. Give no gold to Valignia. Do not eat from the larder of Throg. In the dark chamber of night, do not light your way with the blood candle. And pay respect to Nagamante, the torture master, if you meet him. All those are things which are going to matter in the 4th book, and you haven't obviously gotten there yet. So that's the deal. The silver serpent ring. Yeah, but the silver serpent ring does so Meat Bomb, and it's always really sad and is always watching from a distance. And it always looks sad all the time. So that's the deal. You guys have 10 stamina out of 18. You've got your maximum 7 out of 7 skill. You're maxed on luck, 11 out of 11. You got 4 gold and 1 provision. And what have we got? 8. What the hell? We'll get underway. Just make sure that everyone's super active. So we will get underway, assuming everyone's ready. Is everyone ready to go?
One thing I want to point to.
Sure.
It's actually 10 viewers over here.
Oh, it is?
Somehow
Okay. I don't know why it's not showing up on mine.
wrong.
Okay, cool.
3 moderators and 7 viewers.
Good. Perfect. All right, thank you for letting me know. Then we're good shape. All right, everyone in chat, you guys ready to go? I did, man. Where were you? She didn't start out as a she. She was this like gnome-like creature, but all right. Well, let's. You only live once. YOLO. All right. Well, then let's get underway. Now, your last save point, actually, is right after you woke up. You had this little whistle. You may remember that you found this elven sorceress, and she gave you a whistle that allowed you to summon the boatsman. So actually your save point is right at that moment, and that's where we're going to get underway. Narrating voice. All right. After packing up your camp, you pull out the little whistle and blow. Now sound comes from it. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Let me stop. Yeah, Xanos, that's a good point. So who wants to roll the dice tonight? Who is going to be doing the dice rolling for you guys?
Thanos?
Xanos did it last time. Xanos, I'm perfectly happy if chat wishes to nominate him again.
Initiator must be punished by the initiation. Sure.
All right, Xanos. Get those dice ready, my friend. Okay. Now, here we go. After packing up your camp, you pull out the little whistle and blow. No sound comes from it. You shake it vigorously and blow again, but there is still no sound. But it is not broken. It emits a high-pitched whistle, silent to the ears, but which can be heard by the ferryman. A few minutes later, he comes stumbling out of the undergrowth. All right, hold your horses, I'm coming. What's your rush? He's a scruffy, unwashed individual, somewhat overweight, but with a broad pair of shoulders. Right then, he says, scratching himself across the chest. Where to? You tell him you wish to cross the lake, whereupon he bursts into laughter, slapping his knees with his hands. Of course you wants to cross the lake, he laughs. Everyone wants to cross the lake. But I still ask where to anyway. Just my little jest. Right then, that'll be 4 gold pieces, in advance, if you don't mind. Now, will you pay the man his fee, or, if you haven't that much money, do you want to fight or trick him? Now, you do, as you will note, have 4 gold pieces. The question is, do you want to pay him, do you want to fight him, or trick him?
Trick.
Yeah, let me pull up a poll, actually. So 1 is, I'll basically say 1 is fee is pay, 2 is fight or trick. Let's see. No pay, no pay, no pay, no pay. Okay. So I got 4 votes for no pay, and I got no votes for paying him. I have no honest people in this chat. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, wait, no, I have 5 because Net's there too. Coltras 6. What's up, Coltras? Welcome in. Welcome over to my stream. All right. Okay, so you guys are going to fight this guy because you're like, why should we pay this man? No, I'm just kidding. Okay. You may either draw your weapon and threaten the ferryman into taking you across for free, or you may try to outwit him with a magic spell. So you basically you can cast a spell, or you can use your weapon. Now, let me just remind everybody that when you use spells, spells cost stamina, and you've only got 10 stamina at the moment. So I'm just letting you know, that's not telling you not to use it, but just be aware that you want to try to, not go overboard with the use of stamina. So that said, here are your options. You could cast Fog, and let me double check and let you know what that is. Let's see. Fog will not work outdoors. That's not going to work. You could cast, let's see. You could cast God, but you don't have a Jewel of Gold, so that won't work. You could cast, let's see. You could cast Law, but that only works on non-intelligent creatures. This guy may not be bright, but he does have an intelligence. You could cast Dock. You don't have any medicinal potions, I don't believe. Or you could cast Fix. Okay, so here are your options. So basically, what it comes down to, for things that you have components to cast, you've basically got 2 options. You can either cast Fix, and Fix is basically freezes someone in place. You use an oak sapling, which you have to cast it. Or you can fight him. And by the way, Fix costs, let me see. Fix costs 1 stamina point. So you can either cast Fix and freeze him in place, that's 1 stamina point, or you could fight him. So Fix is choice 1, fight is choice 2. All right, I got 1 vote for Fix. Yeah, no gold conjuring spell, I know, right? Use Fits. Can I call that a Fix, Fits, or is that not going to work? Fix equals Fits equals Fits? Yeah, okay. 2 for Fix. Fits.
We need a new spell for this book.
I know,
All the
right?
vids on the battlefield.
I know, seriously. All right. 2 votes, 3 votes for fix. Going once. Get all this gold. Going twice. 4 votes for fix. 5 votes for fix. Okay, so that looks like it's going to be it. Okay, so you deduct 1 stamina point to cast the spell. Let's see. You cast the spell and freeze the ferryman where he stands, refusing to release him unless he agrees to ferry you across without charging you. Eventually, he agrees. So there you go. Now you've managed to piss off the boatman as you go across a wide, big, deep lake. What could go wrong? Okay. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so you did it. Yeah. Just until you let him go. He disappears into the undergrowth and reappears a few moments later, dragging a heavy boat. "Give me a hand, idiot!" he barks, and together you pull the boat into the water and climb in. He throws you the oars and snaps, "Take the oars, fool, and start rowing!" Somehow his manner has changed, and his tone is more aggressive. Will you do as he says, or are you not going to take orders from someone whose job it is to row you across? So I'll give you those options again. Are you going to do as he says and row? That's option 1. Or are you basically going to tell him to go pound sand? In other words, you're going to tell him shut the hell up, and it's your job to row me. All right, I got 2 votes for refuse. I got 1 vote for row, so I'm going to assume, Rookie, that means you want to row. So I've got 2 for row and 2 for refuse. Okay, Xanos says row. 3 for row, 2 for refuse.
Row.
4 for row, 2 for refuse.
User joined your channel.
Refused.
Hi, Bowler.
He got right in time.
He's like, no, I don't like this guy's tood. Okay, so now we've got 4 votes for row, 3 votes for refuse. Going once. Going twice. Okay, sold. So you guys decide to row. So what you do is he says, blah, 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 blah. Okay. You start rowing across the wide lake. The water is thick and heavy, making your journey quite a tiring exercise. Deduct 1 skill point until you reach the shore. That's fine, because your skill was super high before. Oh, wait. The ferryman is silent, watching you as you struggle with the oars. You speak to him, but he does not reply. His expression is vacant. His eyes are glazed. Again you try to speak to him, but there is still no response. Something is not quite right here. You rest your oars and reach forward to shake him. As your hand touches his shoulder, to your horror, the ferryman's body shrivels and slumps down, falling over the seat like a limp sack. At the same time, a hissing noise catches your attention. A jet of gas has escaped from the soulless body and hovers in the air in front of you. As it swirls around, it gradually forms the shape of a winged snake. When the shape is formed, it begins to circle in the air above you, dropping lower and lower towards you. A pungent, choking smell hits your nostrils, and you must react quickly. Now, first of all, let me tell you what it is that you have found here. Hold on a second.
No noise plugs.
83. Okay. You hold up the serpent ring, and he says, "So you have the serpent ring, Analander," the serpent hisses. "If such be the case, I am bound by its power to aid you with advice. But even the serpent ring will not protect you from my wrath. Very well. In the dark chamber of night, do not light your way with the blood candle. Such is my advice. But it will be of no use to you, for these next moments shall be your last on this earth." Okay, so that was, you had already known that before, but now we actually know the reference that happened here. So, right. So now you have to react quickly. Now, I want to remind everybody, remember, you have notes on how to deal with these guys. So as I tell you your options, keep in mind the notes that you know about the weaknesses of these various serpents, okay? All right, so you have a couple of choices. You can draw your weapon, you can cast a spell, or you can instead ignore the creature and see what happened to the ferryman. So you've got 3 options. 1 is fight, 2 is cast a spell, and 3 is find out what happened to the ferryman.
I say ferryman.
Okay. Got to vote for Ferryman. Vote for Ferryman. Vote for Ferryman. Another vote for Ferryman. All right, all right. I got 1 vote for Spell, 4 votes, 5 votes for Ferryman. Going once. Going twice. All righty. As you bend towards the down towards the old ferryman, the swirling air serpent becomes agitated and darts about quickly, trying to fix itself around your face. Its choking gas will harm you if you breathe it in for any length of time. Poking through the ferryman's clothes, you find a shriveled snakeskin, and as you pick it up, the serpent rises into the air as if in terror. An unearthly voice cries out, ordering you to put the skin back. What will you do? Will you replace the skin on condition that the serpent leaves you alone, or will you rip it apart? So 1 is put it back on condition that it leaves you alone. 2 is rip the skin apart.
Dos.
All right, I got 2 votes for rip. 3 votes for rip.
Rip.
Rip. 4 votes for rip. Rip. Like both rip and RIP, right? Like R period, I period, P period. Rest in peace. Okay. We should put it back since we're already taking orders and rowing the boat. That's funny, me. All right. Snap into a Slim Jim. All right. Oh, yeah. Snap into a Slim Jim. Snap into it. The late, great Randy Macho Man Savage. Gripping the 2 ends of the snakeskin, you firmly snap them apart. A loud cry comes from the serpent, which now hangs in the air, separated into 2 parts. You rip up the halves until they remain as small flakes of skin. Above you, the serpent has been similarly dispersed. All that remains are puffs of smoke which are soon scattered by the wind. You have found the air serpent's weakness. Well done, guys. You've wiped out the air serpent. Okay, sounds good, Fitz. Have a good night, man. Well done, well done. So you've taken down the air serpent. You guys did that before. It's this next one that was rough the last time. Okay. Having rid yourself of the air serpent, you set off. You take the oars of the boat, and just let me remind you guys, so you've now destroyed 3. Earth, fire, air. That means you got 4 left to go. You take the oars of the boat and row yourself across the Great Lake. The going is not easy, as the water is thick and heavy. In the center of the lake, you stop. Several yards ahead of you, the water is bubbling up. Do you wish to see what this bubbling is, or will you steer a wide course around to avoid it? So 1 is see what it is, and 2 is steer a wide course around to avoid it. What? You only live once, so avoid it? Okay. Avoid, avoid, avoid. All right.
Avoid.
Okay. I got 4 avoid. Then I got 2C. I got 3 see what it is and 4 avoid.
1 sec. Let me log into something.
Let me log into something. What is this now?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I was like, log into what? You're like, wait, let me hack your computer. Like, what are you talking about? Log into what?
You'll see very soon.
Uh-oh.
Let me hack the poll.
Just give me a second. I'm gonna go look at the guide, the sorcery guide.
What will be happening next?
I know, right? The soundboard. Oh God. Oh no.
There you go.
Oh, of course.
Now wait a
Yeah,
minute. Now. Now wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hack us.
Wait a minute. I'm not sure about voting with your alter ego, Polar. I'm not sure I can buy that. I'm gonna have to count
What?
Polar.
I don't have an alter ego. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna have to have you and your stalker / twin brother count for 1 vote. I think it's only fair. It's only reasonable.
But every other time, you've counted as 2 different votes.
Well, yeah, but it was the fact that you started by saying, "Hold on, let me log into something," and then the next thing we know. Yeah, exactly. Don't do Thok on us. Oh, and Maps and Legends comes in with C. Now it's tied 4-4. All right, so someone else is going to have to vote. I'm going to have to. Yeah, see, someone else is going to have to vote, or I'm going to have the. Yeah, I am mod. I count for 2. 4-4. 4-4. What's the other vote going to be? Actually, has anybody not voted? Who has not voted? Is Pin here, or is he just lurking?
Let me see.
I hate to call out lurkers like this. I see another person lurking. What's up? Well, hey to Terminologies. Hey, Harris DVO. Welcome, you guys.
You know you didn't count that one guy? His name was Polar Express.
Sigh. No, that's cool, Coltrez. No, that's fine. You voted before.
I've seen the face of the ball.
Yeah, see, that's why I can't allow this, because then it's going to be a mutually assured destruction deal. Yeah, no, 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 no. No making fake accounts. That way lies madness. All right, someone's going to have to change their vote, or someone else is going to have to add in. 4 for C, 4 for steer, wide course. Lego, you can't. What's up, man? You showed up just in time. All right, we're heading towards some water. Well, you may not need to. Lego, we're heading towards some water that's bubbling up. Are you going to go see what it is, or are you going to go steer around it? It's tied 4-4 right now. He's going to go see. All right, he breaks the tie.
No. Again.
Here we go, straight towards the bubbling.
All that curiosity which kills us.
I know, kills the cat. We began like 5-10 minutes ago, I think, so you didn't miss much. All right, you take the boat carefully up to the disturbance to see what is happening, but you can see nothing. Perhaps this is simply a natural occurrence where an underground spring or air passage breaks through the bed of the lake. You shrug and sit down again, ready to take the oars. Suddenly the boat lurches violently in the water. The bubbling is moved and is now directly under the boat. You are thrown from your seat and must test your luck. Yeah, good Macbeth quote, man. All right, Xanos, you know the deal with this. You have to test your luck. If you're lucky, well, tell me if you're lucky. So you need an 11 or less to be lucky. So roll those dice. 2 6-sided, please, if you would, Xanos.
Wait, what did you say about?
He hate us. He wanna, like...
7.
One of...
No problem. That was no problem. You were lucky.
Yeah,
you had that all the way. Okay. So, you are in fact lucky. Desperately, you grab at the side of the boat, and in the nick of time, that's correct, Lego, yep, you find something to hold on to. The boat tosses about for a short while, then steadies itself. The waters go calm. An unnatural stillness hangs in the air. You have the feeling that something even more dangerous is about to happen. Dump, dump, dump. Okay. Without warning, the bubbling starts again, this time on the port side of the boat. Breaking through the surface of the water, a shape rises into the air. A snake-like coil rises from the lake on watery wings and hovers, dripping in the air. This creature is made from water itself, and it glares down at you, ready to strike. So you guys have obviously found the earth serpent. No, I'm just kidding. You've obviously found the water serpent. Give me a second, because...
Weren't we fighting already the air serpent?
You fought the air serpent, but this is the water serpent. And it says... The serpent ring, hisses the creature. Its power will not save your life, Analander, but I am bound by its power to aid you. I will tell you this. Pay respect to Nagamante, the torture master, should you meet him. But that is all I am bound to tell. All right. So, you guys are back. Now, you do not have any oil with you, so you are not going to be able to use that. So you basically have a couple of options. You were either going to fight it straight up, or you were going to cast a spell. So here are the options that you have available. Now, one of these spells, you guys fought this thing before, but you did not have the ability to cast a spell before, which you do have the ability to cast now. And what that is, if I can actually find the damn thing. Blah, 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 blah. Why is this not alphabetical? Okay. That is, you could cast the spell Walk. And Walk allows you to put an invisible shield around you, which would allow you to deduct points from the creature's attack strength. You may remember that last time you paid the ferryman, and it cost you all 4 of your gold, so you didn't have a coin. Now you do, in fact, have a coin. So you could cast that spell if you want. So, you can cast Walk. That's the shield spell. You could cast Foff. That's the protective shield, like another kind of shield, basically. You could cast Raise, Actually, no, you don't have the beeswax for that, so no, you could not do that. You could cast Mud, which would allow you to create basically like quicksand. Or you could cast Hot, which would shoot a fireball at the creature. So basically, you've got Walk, which creates a shield in front of you. You could cast Foff, which also casts a different kind of shield, basically a shield that only takes care of magic. You could cast Mud, which creates quicksand. You could cast Hot, which is a fireball, or you could try to fight it another way. And you don't have any oil, remember, so you basically have to fight it straight up. So Walk is 1, Foff is 2, Mud is 3, Hot is 4, and fighting it straight up is 5. Yeah, Coltrez, it's exactly what this is. You tried... No, you didn't try Walk before, Lego. That's not true. You tried the fireball the last time. Just letting you know. Yeah. Yeah, 4 is the fireball. Yeah, you guys want to vote again? Yeah, go ahead and vote again, because, yeah, you did use the fireball last time. I'm not going to tell you what it did, but you did try it last time. So...
Fireball against what a creature?
You did also use the personal shield, Meat Bomb, but not the one with the coin. You used the other shield, which was just the magic shield. You didn't do the physical shield last time, you did the magic shield. So the coin shield is the one that you couldn't cast the last time. It may not be effective this time either, but I'm just letting you know. Okay, walk.
We still have the weapon,
Walk.
just the sword, yeah?
And you do have the sword, yes.
Oh shit. Fireball against water creature or slice the water. Yeah, good choice.
Walk. Yeah,
Walk
exactly.
the-
What walk actually is that you and it is exactly what it sounds like. WOK. So what walk actually is you just bring out like a Chinese pan and then you begin like frying it with some tofu. So you like throw a wok at it, which is pretty badass.
Great.
And you can't wash it with like soap and stuff.
Right, you
That'll
need
just make
oil.
it rusty.
Right? Look at the irony. You need oil to do it. Okay, so going once on the walk. Going twice on the walk. Let's walk this fish. 5 on the walk.
Just
Okay.
eat microwave box.
That's totally it. All right, so deduct a stamina point. Do you have a coin with you? And you do. If not, the spell will not work. If you do, you may place it on your wrist and cast the spell, so you're down to 3 gold. The coin transforms itself into an invisible shield. If you fight the serpent, your shield will allow you to deduct 2 points from the creature's attack strength. So, that looks like that will help. That was the right shield to cast. All right. So here's the deal, guys. Now you got a shot, because here's why. Now you're going to have to draw your weapon and battle the thing. So here's the normal statistics. Those are the normal statistics. However, you have got the shield that you just cast on yourself, which drops it to 8. And you've also got your Serpent Staff, which drops it to 6. So now you guys are even Steven. So you guys are exactly the same skill. So, and actually you have 3 less stamina. So, you know, it's got a slight advantage on you, but not a whole lot. If Xanos rolls well, you guys should be fine. So no pressure.
Xanos, I will break your arms if you will not roll
If you don't roll well. All right, here we go, guys. So it comes hissing in at you, and its first opening roll is a 4. It's a 10. So you need a 4 to tie it and a 5 to beat it, Xanos.
Come on, you can do it.
Pressure. Pressure.
Yes, pressure.
Great song.
And it will be
8, you did it. That will knock it
Great.
down. Okay, now you guys may remember, for those of you who are new, there is a mechanic in this game that allows you to test your luck under 2 conditions in combat. One is, if it hits you, normally it will take away 2 points of stamina, but if you test your luck and you are lucky, then it will only take away 1 point of stamina. And you test your luck by rolling 2 6-sided dice. You have to be equal to or lesser than this number, which is currently 10. If you are unlucky, you will lose an extra point of stamina. On the attack, if you hit it, and Xanos has just rolled so that you did hit it, you will take away 2 points of stamina. But if you test your luck and are lucky, you will take away 3 points of stamina. If you test your luck and you were unlucky, you will only take away 1 point of stamina. Last bit of information to keep in mind. Every time you are lucky when you test your luck, this number drops by 1. So the more you test your luck and are lucky, the less luck you're eventually going to have, if you follow what I mean. So, okay, with all that up there, let's see. Luck, luck, luck. You think you should feed Xanos to the serpent if you lose? Well, that's going to happen by definition. In fact, all of you will be. All right, luck, 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 luck. Luck, 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 luck.
By the way, the point is odd that, like, we will have to test our luck at least once to beat him, because otherwise we will deal like 3 damage or 1 damage, so we have to do it.
If you're gonna,
Once.
yeah. Luck, yeah. Okay, 5. All right, going once, going twice. Oh, and you said we have to do it, so it's 6 to 1. Okay, all right. So overwhelming for luck. Okay, Xanos. So a 10 or less, and you do 3 points of damage to it. Let's see that roll. Six. Oh, Xanos is on fire tonight. All right. So you have now evened up the scales. You guys are now equal. 6 skill, 8 stamina. You guys are both 1 up, so you're equal up. All
We have
righty.
our luck. We are better.
The luck is with you. All right. So he comes in angry that you have hit him. Water droplets sizzle as your sword carves its way through his body. It comes in at you, and it rolls a 9. Hiss. 15. All right, so it's got a 15. So you know the deal, Xanos. This is going to be real easy. You need to have a 9 to tie or a 10 to beat it.
It's gonna be a great battle.
Yep, it's going to be an epic battle. 6.
Uh-oh.
6 is not a 9, sadly. All right, so the same deal, guys. Right now you're going to take 2 points of damage. If you test luck and you were lucky, you will only take 1 point of damage. If you test luck and you're unlucky, you'll take 3. So, luck, luck, luck. Yeah, it's a tough call, but it's up to you guys. I'm not even going to advise one way or the other.
We need to stay on luck until stamina and luck will be even.
Okay, so luck, 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 luck. We got 4 for luck. 5 for luck. Going once. 6 for luck. Okay, and 1 for no luck. Yeah, and feel free, by the way, to explain why you're voting the way you are when you do. But otherwise, it's pretty clear that luck is going to win. Yeah, luck, 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 luck. Luck, 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 luck. All right, so luck it is. Okay, Xanos, so you need a 9 or less on 2 dice, please, to be lucky. Okay, so you guys are lucky, and you are only lost 1 stamina point. So you managed to dodge out of the way. It just hits you a glancing blow. All right, it comes in again, angry that they did not hit a more solid attack. And it rolls, oh man, a 9 again. So you got a 15, so you know the same deal. 9, you need a 9 to tie, a 10 to beat. You can do it. I know, man. Nice. He ties. Parry. Sting. So you manage to nimbly block. You throw your sword up at the last second. The serpent flies over your face, its jaws snapping just inches from your nose. It circles around, faces you, hissing, comes in again. Rolls a 4. It's thrown off by your skill. All right, Xanos, you only need a 4 to tie and a 5 to beat it this round. Yes, you hit it a solid blow. All right, guys, so you know the deal. Are you going to do more damage to it by trying to test luck or not? So luck
Yes,
is to
we
increase
will.
damage or not luck. All right?
Luck.
Xenos says no. Netawin says yes. So we have 1 for luck, 1 for no luck. 2 for no luck. 3 for no luck. 4 for no luck. Oh, now you guys are all freaking out. You're like, we gotta save our luck, man. That thing's you seen the jaws on that thing? I have no lucks to give. All right, looks like it's gonna be. I have 1. Okay, so I have another 1 for luck. So I have 2 for luck, 5 for no. Going once, going twice. All right, no luck it is. So you do 2 damage to it. Hey, what's up, Eternal? Welcome in, man. You guys are locked in an epic battle with the water serpent. Okay, so now it's down to 6 stamina. So you are slightly ahead of it. You've got skill 6, stamina 6. It's got skill 6, stamina 7. All right, here we go. Okay, so hissing at the pain you have inflicted upon it, or as Lego says, whooshing. It comes in again, rolls a 7. All right, so there you go, 13. So you need a 7 to tie it, Xenos, and an 8 to beat it on those 2 dice. How about you? Freaking Xanos on point today. Okay, so he hits it. So this is going to drop it to 4. Do you want to test your luck to try to drop it to 3, or do you want to keep it at 4? Again, 1 is luck, 2 is no luck. I have a vote for no luck. No luck, no luck, no luck. 1 for luck. Maps is consistent. Meat is no luck.
So that's 5.
Yep. Oh, Eternal, you know the deal with luck and no luck, right? Or do you not get that? Or what, do you not remember that part or no? Basically, quickly, what it means is that if you oh, you're okay, so I don't. You remember the whole 7 serpents thing, right? Right now, you're on a boat and you're fighting the water serpent in the middle of Lake Ilkalala. So that's what you're doing right now. Okay, no luck it is. So you hit it for 2 damage. It's down to 4 stamina, and at this point, it's not going to make sense for you guys to use luck on to attack it anymore, because you need to do 4 points of damage, and whether you do 3 and then 1 or just 2 and 2, it's going to take you 2 rounds to destroy it either way. So you can totally save your luck for if it hits you from this point forward. All right. Okay, so it comes back. It's really upset at this point. You can see like water is dripping off of its wings, and it really angrily hits you. It rolls in with an 11. All right, Xanos, you need an 11 to tie, 12 to beat. 7, not going to get it done. All right, so guys, are you going to, I assume you're going to test your luck based on what I just said, but, you know, do you want to use your luck to mitigate the damage, or? Yeah, I'm assuming you're going to say yes, but I don't know for sure. Luck. Yes, luck for life. Yeah, I'm guessing that you are, so... Okay, we're going to go, I think, with a luck. All right, Zeno, so you need an 8 or less on 2 dice to minimize that damage. Now remember, guys, after this point, keep in mind that there is a penalty. If you're unlucky, you're going to lose more damage, so keep that in mind. 6, so you are still lucky, so you only lose 1 point of damage. Okay, so you've got 6 stamina, it's got 4 stamina. Happy at its latest attack, it comes back in and rolls a 6 only, so it's got a 12. So you need a 6 to tie and a 7 to beat it this round, Xanos. Yeah, but don't jinx it, Lego. 8, there you go. So you hit it a solid blow. Drop it to 2 stamina. Again, there's no reason to test your luck because you wouldn't be able to kill it this round. All right, it looks pretty wobbly. It kind of comes in sort of like... Sounds vaguely like a, like air escaping out of a balloon. Comes in, rolls an 8. All right, Xenos, you know the deal. An 8 will tie. A 9, you will kill it. Kill it dead. Yeah, no, I'm not even doing a poll for that, because... So, 8 to tie. Whoa, really?
Yes.
Well, pow!
Did it.
Very well
Nice.
done. You guys took that shit down. Boy, you guys got to give Xanos some props. That was some good rolling. You have defeated the water serpent. All right.
Props. I
So
will
there
have
you
to
go. Let
break
me
his
write this.
arms.
All right. You have killed 4. You've killed 4 serpents, and 3 remain. 4 serpents down, 3 to go. 4 serpents destroyed, 3 serpents remain. 4 serpents enter, 3 serpents leave. 4 serpents enter, 3 serpents leave. Okay. You catch your breath for a few moments, then set off towards the north shore of the lake. Half an hour later, you are pulling the boat up onto the marshy shore. You have crossed the lake. You tie the boat up in a sheltered spot and wade through the Vishlami swamp. Time to test your luck. Now, you don't know about what yet, but it's time to test your luck. So go ahead and test that luck, Xanos. You need a 7 or less to be lucky. Oh, yeah, sorry. You're quite right. Your skill point is back. Thank you for reminding me. That skill point is precious. All right, man. Test your luck, Xanos. Oh, 9. Okay, so where are we? Where are we? Giant leeches live in the swamps, and you pick up 3 as you wade through the water. These cause you 2 stamina points of damage, feasting on your blood, unless, and now Xanos is going to rage at you all, unless you have a tinderbox, which you could use to burn them off before they're able to bite. Not having one, you must continue. Giant leeches, yes. All right. Eventually the water becomes shallow and you step out onto marshy ground. You find a stop. I know, it's right. You find a spot where you may rest and eat provisions if you wish. Now, the deal is you have a provision left and you have not eaten today. You need to eat once per day. If you do stop and eat, you can add 2 stamina points. So I'm going to guess, tell me if I'm wrong, that you're going to want to eat provisions here. I mean, I don't want to tell you guys what to do, but I'm going to guess you're going to want to eat your last provision to get those stamina points back. I figure, yeah. Eat, eat, eat. Eat them berries. Yeah, those are your last nuts and berries. Okay. So you all sit down and eat. You get 1 point of stamina back. Your last provision is gone. Let's see. As you get ready to leave, you hear a crashing in the distance, followed by cries. Something, or a group of somethings, is heading your way. Will you stay where you are but hide? That's option 1. Will you run away in the opposite direction? 2. Or will you wait to see what happens? Stay and hide is 1, run away is 2, and 3 is wait to see what happens. Okay, I got 1 vote for stay and hide, 2 vote for stay and hide.
Hide like a coward, I say.
Hide like a coward, hide. Xanos wants to wait. Okay, so I got 4 votes for hide, no votes for running away like a little bit. I mean, running away, and 1 vote and 1 vote for waiting to see what happens. Going once. Going twice. Okay. Stay where you are, but hide. Okay. You crouch down in a clump of reeds to wait for your visitors to arrive. A few minutes later, a small group of marsh goblins, ugly, snub-nosed creatures with webbed hands, arrive in the clearing and stop. They are panting hard as if they are being chased. They jabber at one another, but you cannot understand their language. Will you wait until they have moved on, or will you step forward and reveal yourself to them? I forgot screaming, yes. So are you going to wait until they move on, or are you going to step forward and reveal yourself to them? Step forward. Vote. Okay. Step forward. Step forward. Step forward. Let's get some goblin teeth. I mean, step forward. Yeah, exactly, meat. And say, I come in peace. Step like a boss. Right, right. Step forward in a boss-like way, clearly. Step forward. Okay. Step forward going once. Going twice. Yeah, exactly. All right. You step forward out of cover and face the goblins. Your sudden appearance takes them by surprise. What will your next step be? Will you draw your weapon, that's option 1, try to talk with them, that's option 2, or cast a spell? Now let me give you the options that you have for casting a spell before you answer that. Let's see, you could not cast Gob. You could cast Nif, which would create this terrible smell, but the problem is because you don't have nose plugs, it's going to affect you as much as them, so that's probably not going to work out. I don't think you can cast Pop because you don't have any pebbles. Let me make sure. Right, yeah, you don't have any pebbles. That doesn't work. Let's see. You have a green hair. Or you could cast... sorry, again, not alphabetical. I apologize. I'm just looking to find what each of these spells requires. Any yellow powder you don't have. Okay, so basically here are your options. You could draw your weapon. That's option 1. Yes, that's right, Xanos, that's right. You could draw your weapon. That's option 1. Option 2 is try to talk with them. Remember, at the moment, you can't really understand their language. Option 3 is you could cast that terrible smell thing, but it will also affect you, as I said. Option 4 is rap. Now, rap will allow you to speak with creatures regardless of their language if you have a green wig, and you do, in fact, have a green wig. So option 1 is attack. Option 2 is talk. Option 3 is the stinky spell, or option 4 is use the green wig and cast the rap spell. So you'd be talking either way, but one way, you'd be talking if you cast rap as well. It's just you'd be talking with an ability to understand their language because of the wig. No, you don't use up the wig, Eternal. It doesn't get used up in the spell. No, there's no option to try to trick them. You can trick them if you're talking to them, I guess. So you could talk to them, but you could cast a spell which would allow you to understand their language. Yeah. So keep that in mind, guys. If you want to talk, and it's fine if you want to talk, but you can talk by casting rap as well. It's just, so keep that in mind. All right, so we've got wig. We've got talk. Talk, wig. So basically that's rap. Wig, okay. How much does that cost? And it's actually called rap. The name of the spell is rap. Let's see what it costs. 1 stamina point. Yeah, it's called rap. So basically what you do is you step up to them and you're like, I like goblins and I cannot lie. These other folks can't deny. No. All right, so let's talk using spell, okay. Vote for, okay. Going once. Going twice. That's very heavy green wig. Okay, so you deduct 1 stamina point. If you have a green-haired wig, turn to 410. Well, you do. You place the wig on your head, cast your spell, and start to talk to the goblins. Their incomprehensible jabberings begin to sound more meaningful, and soon you are talking to them. You manage to establish that they are running from a great serpent. They believe it has godly powers, but you explain it is likely to be one of the Archmage's messengers. They had been trying to drive the creature from the area with the help of a sacred scroll given to them by the sorceress from the forest of the Snatta. But they could not read the scroll and couldn't decide what to do with it. You ask for a look at the scroll, and one of them pulls it out. The language on the scroll is strange, and the message is written in the form of a short magic spell or chant. You study the chant and can begin to make some sense of it. Look at the message illustrated, and I'll write it in a minute. It may suggest to you a reference number. When you come across the Serpent of Time, you will most likely die unless you can pick up a clue in the form of this reference number from this chant. If you face the Serpent of Time, turn to this reference, and if you are correct, you will be able to defeat the creature. You thank the goblins for their information and promise to do what you can to destroy the serpent. Okay, now here's what you read on the scroll. Give me just a second because I got to type it in. Hold on here. There you go. That's what it says. Anyone have any thoughts? Remember, it's suggesting some reference number. Let go. That's a good one, man. Good line. All right, you guys can talk, chat amongst yourselves, see what the reference is that we're going to put down.
I have been gone for several minutes, and you already lost your mind so far you can't understand simple language. Yeah, really.
Let's see. Does
What's
that
going on?
L in Roman numerals is 50.
D is 100. L 50. I know that.
Isn't L
for
50? I think L is 50, right?
X for 10. D for 100.
Maybe
M
maybe
for
I'm wrong.
1000.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it isn't 50. Is that right? So 59?
You're probably right because you know the answer.
All right. So the reference for the serpent, hopefully, you guys hope, is going to be 59. Yeah, so the reference is going to be 59, one would hope. Otherwise, you guys better get used to speaking his, fits, nano, do, goo, aga, baga, mogul. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Okay, then. So you thank the goblins and you leave. L is indeed 50. Well, then that's 59. If he's right, that's the reference. So, all right. Here we go. You continue cautiously through the reeds and grasses until a loud rustling noise to your right makes you stop. The rustling turns into a loud hissing, and a large snake-like head rises into the air above the vegetation. It swivels to the left and right as if looking for something. But when its eyes fall on you, steam hisses from between its fangs, and it flaps its wings. It rises into the air and circles over you, preparing to strike. Now you hold aloft your serpent ring, and it says, "So the Analander has the serpent ring," hisses the serpent as it hangs in the air. "Then I must tell you that the Archmage is not as he seems, for this will warn you of his presence in Mampang. But you will never survive to reach the fortress." Okay, so let me write that down. Archmage. It's not as he seems. Okay, so that's the information it gave you. All right. Now, guys, what am I turning to? What page number am I turning to? Let's see if you're right. 59. If you want to buy more of these books, please check. No, I'm just kidding. That's not what it says. You, God damn it. You read out the chant, and the serpent slows down. A pained expression comes over its face, and it flaps its wings slowly. Its movements become sluggish, and it hangs unnaturally in the air as if it should, by all rights, fall to the ground. But still it hangs there, slowly floating downwards. When it is within reach, you are able to attack it with your weapon. Now get ready for these stats, okay? Now I just want to point out to you guys that you would not have been able to beat it without having cast it. You would just be killed immediately. So, you guys ready for the skill? It's gonna be hard, Xanos. You gotta get ready, Xanos.
28? No. Nothing, like, everything below 28 is acceptable.
There you go. What
Really?
what do you think,
Like,
Xanos? You got this?
it slowed so much?
Yep.
For reals? Like,
Yep.
oh.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
Wait, it already slowed so much, or we can bump it lower with the stuff.
You are correct, sir.
So it will be 1.
Yes, sir.
So my goodness, like it's poor Buggy.
So it's like
flying in the
it's
middle
like
of
Sir Hertru, you suck. Okay. Damn you! Know the chat. You know the password. Okay. Here we go. It rolls a 9. So here you go, Xanos. You need a 3 to tie it. I'll say that
Let me
again.
check.
A 3 to tie it. A 4 to beat.
If it will roll out 12.
It can
That's
do
the
it.
case.
No, it can do it. It rolled a 9. So it's 10. So you need a 3 to tie. I mean, it has a lot of stamina. So there is that.
I mean the point, like, if it would roll out the max number, if it would roll out
Yeah,
12,
it could cause problems.
It will be 13, so we'll have to roll out the number 8, yes?
Correct. But so you hit it this time.
No, not 8, not 8.
You'd have to roll if it rolled a 12, you would need to roll a 6 to beat, so 7 to beat it. Okay, so you nailed it this time. Now I'm going to assume, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't want to make a vote every time. Can I assume that you guys are going to want to save luck for if it hits you because of how much stamina it has? Is that fair to say or not? Like, are people going to want to like avoid using luck on the attacks against this thing because of how much stamina? Is that fair? Okay, I just want to make sure that. All right. Okay. So you knock it to 12. It hisses at you groggily. Rolls a 2. All right, Xanos, you need to roll a -4 to tie it. So, yeah. Go ahead and roll just for funds. Just for funsies. Right. Okay. Comes in again. Rolls a 5. So now you need to roll a -1. Get ready for it. Can you roll a -1 on 2 dice? There's a whole point of thinking that you're supposed to roll the dice every time, even so, because it's using up possible good rolls. So it's all the whole, like, you still have to roll 11. Okay, so you like obliterate it, and then you go find its father, and you kill the father too. So you're saying there's a chance. Okay, it rolls a 9. All right, now you're actually going to have to think a little bit here. So you need to roll a 3 to tie and a 4 to beat it here. All right. Okay. It rolls a 9 again, so you're going to need to, again, roll a 3 to tie, 4 to beat it. That's a lot of stamina. 14. 3 to tie, 4 to beat. All right. You finally drop it below your own stamina. Okay, this time it rolls a 7. So you need to roll a 1 on 2 dice to tie it, Xanos. A 1. Yeah, you have to roll a 1. So,
not bigger.
On 2 dice. 6, okay. So you do it. All right, it's all over but the shouting. One last time. Rolls an 8, so you need to roll a 2. So if you roll a 2, it ties. A 3 beats. 10. Down it goes. Down goes the Serpent of Time.
Serpent of Time, so it's actually what
Serpent of Time. So you guys, yeah, that was pretty amazing. So you guys have destroyed 5. But think about it. If you guys hadn't waited and hadn't used the wrap spell on the goblins, you would never have known about that spell, and it would have absolutely freaking crushed you. So it'd have more all the time in the world. Well, it does. It just didn't expect you to use a spell on it. All right. So you've killed 5 serpents, and there are 2 which remain. So you're getting there. You're absolutely getting there. All right. So you have defeated it. After a brief rest, you can continue your journey. You will have to leave the swamplands soon, for now you are now in the shadow of the Zanzunu Peaks. Your long trek across the backlands, your long trek across the backlands is almost over. Having left at the Vishlami swamps, you now stand at the Zanzunu foothills from where you will climb through Zaman to the fortress at Mampang. But will your arrival be anticipated? How many of the 7 serpents have you either killed or left trapped, unable to warn the Archduke of your mission? No serpents, 1 serpent, 2 serpents, 3 serpents, 4 serpents, 5 serpents, 6 serpents, or 7 serpents? And the answer is you guys destroyed 5. So let's see what it says. Your achievement has been great. Conquering 5 of the Archmage's serpents is a feat worthy of a true champion of Analand. However, the remaining serpents are already flying on ahead of you to warn their master of your whereabouts and your mission. But your own survival across the backlands has built up your confidence and your stamina. Restore your stamina to its initial level, ding 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 ding, and turn to 498.
I want any reference that will increase our skill.
One can only hope, right? You are relieved once more to step onto firm ground. You stand and survey the way onwards. Ahead of you lies the last stage of your quest, the climb up the Zanzunus to the fortress at Mampang. You are now entering what must be Low Zaman. The going is uphill, but the dangers should be minimal, as the rocky crags of Zaman are inhabited only by birdmen. Soon the fortress should be coming into view. You continue onwards and upwards for several hours until the light begins to fade. As the sun sinks down the Zanzunu skyline, its dying rays light up a sight which you will remember for the rest of your days. The sunset shadows make your first sighting of the fortress a fearful one. Its tall spires and sharp angles give it a most intimidating look. One thing is certain. Entering the Mampang fortress will undoubtedly be the most perilous stage of your journey. The end. Congratulations, guys. You made it through the 7 serpents. Dun 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 dun. 7 serpents are dead. 7 serpents. Well, they're not dead. 5 of them are, but still. All right, guys. Look at that. Here you go. So, what this means is, first of all, nope, you only killed 5. You didn't find all 7, you only killed 5. But, I mean, look, it's very hard to kill all 7. I mean, killing 5 was pretty impressive. Let me just save this, by the way. Okay, that is saved. There we go. All right. So, you guys, this is what you learned. So you managed to defeat it. You're back up to your initial stamina. Your luck is a little low, and you have no provisions, and you've only got 3 gold. But all that said, you managed to get through the place. You destroyed 5 of them. You did, in fact, find this glass vial. You learned these 5 things from the serpents that you defeated. Give no gold to Valigna, do not eat from the larder of Throg, Dark Chamber of Night, do not light your way with blood candle, pay respect to Nagamente the Torture Master if you meet him, Archmage is not as he seems. And now you were on to the last, and in my opinion, greatest game book ever written, which is the Crown of Kings. Just by way of comparison, the book you guys just did was 498 entries. The Crown of Kings is 800 entries. So it is 300 more entries. It is ridiculous. So
I wanna back to first book.
yeah, no. Can we go back to the Shabatati Hills? So you guys have done a great job. So now you guys are on to the 4th and final stage of your journey. Now, here's the thing I want you guys to keep in mind. When we go into the Crown of Kings, and I'll ask you guys in a minute if you want to do that now or if you want to wait until next session to get started on it. But when you guys do go into the Crown of Kings, I want to remind everybody that I'm not going to remind people about this. So this stuff right here, you got the glass vial, the give no gold to Valigna, the eat the larder thraw, blah, 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 blah. This is all going to be up on the screen, so you guys will be able to see it. So when you encounter one of these things in the fortress, if you run into, the larder of Throg or something, make sure that you point that out in chat. Make sure you're like, hey guys, remember that, blah, 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 like don't give gold to Valigna or whatever. Okay, I'm not going to remind people about it, so that's going to be up to you to keep this stuff monitored. Other than that, you can do it. So, what's the vote, guys? Do you want to try to forge ahead to Crown of Kings or call it for the night?
Maybe next time?
It's up to you guys. Totally up to you.
Also, we will be able to head on more people.
Yeah, forge ahead. So, yeah. I mean, so Netowin, first of all, we have a new program that Netowin and I are going to be introducing soon that will do this. But, and also we might have more people, but I do know that people were excited to go on. So, you know what I'll do? I'll split the difference because here's the deal. When you first start this part, you're not actually at the fortress. So when you get to the fortress, which is not very long after the book starts, then we'll call it for the night. So we'll compromise, okay? We will do it that way. All right, so here we go. And remember, by the way, that at the moment, you do have Libra has been restored to you. So you can call on Libra. And the only real problem I see with your guys' character is your luck is a little bit low, provisions, but the real problem is the skill. I'm hoping you guys find something that can improve that skill. All right, here we go. Reading voice. Like a gigantic claw clutching at the sky, the Mampang fortress is a foreboding... I'm sorry, I should have started this another way. The Crown of Kings. Part 4. Like a gigantic claw clutching at the sky, the Mampang fortress is a foreboding image etched into your mind. Although it is the goal of your mission, its appearance in the distance gives you no sense of relief at the approach of your journey's end. The feeling is rather one of apprehension and danger as you pick your way towards the great castle on high, which is partly obscured by the billowing clouds which shroud the uppermost peaks of the Zanzunus. The going becomes harder as your trail climbs through low Zaman. The Zanzunu foothills are evidently little used by creatures on foot, and the path is indistinct. Where the way is muddy, you can make out hoof marks along the trail. They are days, if not weeks, old. But what sort of creature has made them? The sun fades behind dense clouds and the sky darkens. Perhaps a storm is brewing? A deep, distant rumbling from the heavens confirms your suspicion. You had better prepare yourself. It is already late in the evening, so perhaps it would be wise for you to find a suitable place to camp for the night. There is plenty of shelter under the vegetation to avoid the rain, but you would feel safer in a cave of some sort if you were going to get some sleep. You pause to consider which way would offer you the best chance of shelter. To the east and west, leaving the trail, the undergrowth would make the going heavy, with no real cover under which you'd be able to with no real cover which you would be happy to sleep under. No, the path ahead to the north is really your only way forwards. Your eyes follow it. A few 100 meters ahead, it turns to the right around a rocky ridge. With a bit of luck, there may be a nook of some sort on the side of the ridge in which you will be able to shelter. You press on. When you reach the bend in the path, you are able to see what lies ahead. To your right, you see exactly what you were looking for. Not one, but 3 caves are set into the rock. The nearest one has the smallest entrance, which probably opens into quite a shallow cave. The central cave looks large enough for you to light a fire inside, although the cave could be quite deep and therefore dangerous. The third cave is of a similar size, but looking at the trail, you notice that the hoof prints lead off into this cave. Which cave will you try for shelter? So you've got a small, shallow cave, you've got a middle, deep cave, or you've got the third cave with the hoof prints leading into it. Okay, so small cave, larger medium cave, or hoof print cave. Hey, Mojo, what's up, man? Welcome to the Crown of Kings. What's it going to be? Smallest cave, shallow cave, larger central middle cave, or or the hoof print cave? Got 1 for small, 1 for medium, 2 for small, 1 for hoof print. 2 for small, 1 for medium, 1 for hoof print. Going once. An RV, I know, right? Be a lot easier. I've got 2 for small, 1 for medium, 2 for hoof print. Going once. I can't be going once because we got a tie. 2 for small, 1 for medium, 2 for hoof print.
think I lost the line. What it is.
Oh, so there's 3 caves that you need to shelter in for the night. There's a small, shallow cave. There's a middle, very large, deep cave, and then there's a cave, but there's hoof prints leading into it.
Small.
Hoof and...
Not convenient, but very safe.
Okay, so I've got 3 small... change your vote to 1. Okay, so I have 4 votes for small and 3 votes for hoof. Going once. Going twice. Okay. You go to the smallest cave. You are killed instantly. No, I'm just kidding. You step up to the small cave mouth and kneel down to look inside. Although you will be able to crawl into the cave, the entrance will be a tight squeeze. But as your eyes become accustomed to the darkness, you can see that there will be enough room for you to fit comfortably. The back of the cave is black, so you're unable to tell whether or not the cave is completely empty. You get down on all fours and poke your head into the cave. Oh! Woo, woo! A shrill howling comes from inside the cave and all but deafens you. Instinctively, you jerk your head out again, away from the danger. The noise sounded as though it came from a hound of some sort. You spring to your feet and draw out your weapon, ready to face whatever is inside. But nothing emerges from the cave. When your courage is returned, you must make a decision. Will you enter the cave and face whatever is inside, or instead try the middle cave, the deep one, or the far one with the hoof prints? So, face whatever it is in the small cave, try the deeper middle cave, or the hoof print cave.
Middle. I changed my mind. Middle.
What do you do? I can't hear. Yes, well, that was why I was doing that. Middle, noise, hoof. Okay, so I've got 1 for face, 2 for middle, and 2 for hoof. One for facing, so one for being a brave hero. Okay. Like, oh, well, that's good because that was my point. That was what I was supposed to do. That's funny. Okay, so I've got 1 for whatchamacallit, 1 for facing the noise, 2 for the middle deep cave, or 3 for the cave with the hoof prints in it. I can't say going once because we still got a tie.
Again?
Yes, we have a tie. 1, 2, and 2.
You counted my voice?
I don't know. I'm sorry. What did you say again? No, I did count your voice.
I want to run away from this.
I know.
Cave.
You said middle, right? I think you said middle.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, no, I counted you. I got 2 votes for middle. I got 2 votes. The sound is kind of off. I had to refresh the page. I don't think I destroyed that much. I mean, I know I spoke close to the mic on purpose, but
we didn't die today, not once.
No, I know.
Yeah. I want to be scared mouse survival.
You have no idea what this is. Maybe someone left their iPod on. You have no idea. I mean, who knows what it is?
iPod?
Yeah, maybe someone left their speaker system on. Oh, you had to refresh the page because it went offline. Oh my God! Like my voice destroyed it. So Polar, you guys have to decide what cave to go into. You went into the small cave, and then this terrible howling came out of it. So you can either go in and face whatever's in there, or you can go to the middle, deeper cave, or you can go to this cave that has some hoof prints going into it. And right now I have 1 vote for face the noise, 2 votes for the middle cave, and 2 votes for the hoof print cave.
Middle?
Okay. Let's see. Hoof print. Did you guys already... Wait, Rookie, is that you changing your vote? Rookie, did you change your vote? Okay. And hoof cave. Okay. Alrighty, going once. Going twice. Alrighty. You approach the cave with due caution, pausing by the entrance to check how fresh the hoof marks are. To your relief, it seems that there are no recent prints. But whatever type of creature made the marks, 2 or 3 of them visited the cave, judging by the number of trails leading in and out. You peer into the entrance. The cave appears to be quite deep but empty as far as you can make out. Clutching your weapon, you step inside. Just inside the mouth of the cave, a shape makes you stop quickly. Sitting on a rock a little further back inside is a figure leaning against the wall. It is human-like and naked, but is making no movements. A long mane of hair sweeps down its back, which is thankfully towards you, otherwise you would surely have been spotted by now. Will you call out to attract the attention of this creature? Will you rush in and attack before it has a chance to react? Or will you leave well alone and look for somewhere else to shelter? So are you going to call out to attract the attention of the creature? Are you going to rush in and attack? Or are you going to leave it alone and go to the middle cave, presumably? Or the noise cave, I guess. Okay, I have one vote for call out. Rush and attack. Call out. Okay. No way of knowing, Xanos. You can't tell from here.
How it will be right? You voted or you has voted?
What's that now?
What? How would be right? You voted or you has voted?
You have voted. H-A-V-E.
You have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So have voted. Okay, so we got 4 for call, 1 for Russian attack. Good game, by the way. And the third one is to leave it alone. Okay, so we got call out going once, going twice. Alrighty. You call out to hail whoever it is that is sitting in the cave. There is no reaction. Okay, Xanos, I gotcha. Again, you try, and the response is the same. Either this person is totally deaf, or there is something strange going on here. You decide to investigate, keeping your hand on your weapon. Your hand reaches out to touch his shoulder, and as it does so, you jump! The creature's flesh is cold. The body rocks on its seat and falls over backwards. The corpse is quite dead. And another surprise is in store. The body is not that of a man, take it easy here, Xanos, but a female of some sort. And although its torso is human, its legs are hairy and end in hooves. Its face is a strange blend of human and goat-like features with 2 horns on its forehead. You quickly recover from the shock and compose yourself. The rest of the cave seems to be empty, and there is more than enough space to make yourself comfortable. Do you wish to bed down for the night here, or do you wish to try one of the other caves? So basically, are you going to sleep with a corpse, or or are you going to try one of the other caves?
Is it only skin or corpse with all insides?
Well, I mean, it's not broken apart corpse. Okay, so I got 1 vote for other cave, and I got 1 vote for a corpse.
I want to sleep in corpse, inside corpse.
Not inside the corpse. This is not the Empire Strikes Back, okay? You don't, like, open the Tonto or whatever it is. And we haven't encountered zombies, so other cave. Okay, so I got 2 votes for other cave. I've got, let me see, sleep with corpse, sleep with corpse. Okay, so I got 3 votes for sleeping with the corpse. And remember, this just means sleeping in the same cave as the corpse, you peoples. And 2 for going to another cave. I got 3 for sleeping in the cave with the corpse and 2 for trying the other cave. Going once. Going
here.
Going twice. Okay. All right, so you guys are going to sleep here. Now, you can't have any provisions because you don't have any, but you've already eaten today, so that's okay. So you're in decent shape. You find a comfortable area to bed down for the night. Soon darkness comes, and with it the rumble of thunder in the distance. You settle down for the night. The storm breaks during the night, waking you several times. You are thankful for the shelter your cave affords. Rain pelts down, and muddy puddles form in the cave entrance. But by morning the rain has stopped, and the sun is fighting its way through the low-hanging clouds. You rise early and prepare yourself for the day. Judging the distance as best you can, you should reach the fortress by the end of the day. If your stamina is below its initial level, you may add 2. Okay, your stamina is at its initial levels. That's good. If you wish, you may take with you some stone dust and 3 small pebbles, which you can pick up from the cave. Can I assume that people are going to want these things? Stone dust and 3 small pebbles? Yeah? All right.
Of course.
I know, you finally restored your pebbles. The 3 small pebbles. The pebbles which have been so critical for your, you know. Okay, hold on here. Okay. Not the pebbles again. We just got rid of them. All right. Now you must leave your cave and set off on your journey. As you climb through the foothills of Lo Zaman, you notice how few animals are about. Certainly animals would hide from you, but there are no signs of wildlife. Perhaps the terrain is too treacherous. The going is undoubtedly becoming harder, and by the late morning you are climbing steeply. Ahead, the narrow trail splits to offer you 2 ways onwards. To the right, the path continues to wind up the mountainside, while to the left, a narrow rope bridge spans a gully and joins another path. Both paths lead upwards in the direction you are heading. So, will you go right up the mountain or left across the rope bridge and then up? No, they're not the same pebbles, no. So again, you can go right up the mountainside, or left is the rope bridge and then go up. Sure, what could go wrong? I mean, we've all seen Temple of Doom, right? Rope bridges are always safe. Yeah, narrow, rickety rope bridges. It worked last time. Oh my god, dude, that's true. In before something bad happens. Rope bridges, rope bridges, rope bridges. Alright, going once. Going twice. Alright. You follow the path along to the rope bridge. Examining it, you find it looks strong enough to hold you, but it sways about dangerously as you step onto it. The gully that it spans is deep, and a fall from the bridge would certainly kill you. Test your luck. All right, Xanos. You need a 7 or less, my friend. It sways. Uncertainly. Wow, dude. You are lucky. Just. you are just lucky. All right. Let's see. So. You manage to hold on as the bridge sways under your weight. When you reach the other side, you breathe a sigh of relief and continue along the trail. Turn to 380. I was playing Indiana Jones, dude. I was right there. Okay. The trail winds up the mountainside and you follow it until a sight ahead makes you stop. To the left, higher up the rocky cliffs, is a strange structure made out of twigs, branches, and moss. This looks like a huge bird's nest perched on a ledge. Do you want to climb up the side of the mountain to investigate it, or will you ignore it and continue along the path? What do you think, guys? Do you want to check out this strange structure? That's 1. A fate too terrible to imagine, Lego. Or 2, do you want to ignore it and continue along the path? No, Eternal, you haven't done this before. The first time you've been here. Oh, okay. So yeah, okay, so Lego wants to investigate the huge bird's nest thing.
I wanted to.
Okay. Eternal meat. Net says yes, and Xanos thinks chicken, so I'm going to assume that's that.
Fresh meat.
No, man, not unless you've been playing this without telling me, Eternal. Okay. There is no trail leading up to the great nest. You must climb up the rock face, taking care not to let any of your belongings fall. A couple of times your foot slips and sends a cascade of small pebbles down to the path below, but eventually you reach the ledge. As it seemed earlier, the nest is like a huge eyrie, but with nooks and crannies where objects could be hidden. Do you want to investigate these possible hiding places? Or do you feel it prudent to think not so much about possible treasures, but more about what may live in this giant nest? If so, climb back down to the path and continue your journey. So are you guys going to look at hiding places, just like look for treasure? That's one. Or are you going to be like, oh my god, big nest, or are you going to go back down to the trail? That's funny, Lego. Treasures is one. Get the hell out of Dodge is two. You guys are all like, mention possible treasures to any gamer, and they're like, treasure! Yes, treasure! Treasure! No wonder Diablo wins all the time. All right, loot. Exactly. All right, here we go. You climb into the nest and start your search. Something glinting in the sunlight catches your attention. From underneath a small pall or a small pile of twigs, you pull a shimmering mirror with a golden back. Hastily, you place this in your backpack and look around for any more treasures. But you are so preoccupied with your search that you do not notice the danger approaching. Finally, the flurry of flapping wings makes you spin round. Standing on the edge of the nest and casting a shadow across you are three man-sized creatures with long feathered wings. Their hair is wild, and sharp hooked beaks project from their faces. Vicious talons protrude from their hands and feet. Birdmen! You curse silently. You should have recognized the signs. Zaman birdmen are among the most hated and feared creatures known in the Zanzunus. One of them beats his wings and springs into the air. The others follow suit. Together they descend on you before you have a chance to react. Then sharp talons dig into your flesh and they lift you into the air. With a loud call, they drop you onto the path. From this height your death is certain, and the pain from your shoulder makes it impossible for you to concentrate on a spell. Your journey has come to an end.
So who's now scared small chicken Xenos?
Oh my god.
Who's that treasure?
Right.
Like, remember I was talking like, we need to stay small.
Oh yeah, everyone's like,
this.
look guys, I said safety first, and GG.
No,
Shabby! What's up,
I
dude?
wasn't listening.
Shabby Orange. Hey guys, you guys should follow Shabby Orange 101. Shabby Orange is a streamer who was streaming like Assassin's Creed. I watched him a couple months ago. What's up, man? Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, we're doing something kind of cool. So,
Not too shabby.
not too shabby. What's up, guys? Yeah. So, okay, so that didn't work. Don't do that again. Fortunately, as you know, you saved at the beginning of the game, so that's not a big deal. Alrighty. So, we're back at the beginning. We got treasure. Yeah, I think it was worth it, except you died. Okay, here we go. So, I'm not going to bother to read all that opening part again, except to say that you basically wake up again at the opening to the 3 caves. So this is basically the night before. So again, you've got the small cave with the howling thing. You've got the middle cave, which you haven't gone into yet. And you've got the far cave with what you now know is the, dead corpse guy. Or girl.
You know, actually, what I'm thinking about.
What's that?
User
Maybe
disconnected from
we
your
need
channel.
to make some kind of new rule for this game. Like, if you got through some situations and died, and you actually know that one of the cases is very profitable, you cannot choose it anymore. Like, to punish our deaths.
Oh, no. I'm cool with that because remember that you only get to save basically every night. Oh, wait, actually, you know what? I was wrong because you guys reached a save point. That's my bad. You don't have that cave option that I just gave you. I'm sorry.
After that.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It was after that. No, because I'm good with that because I think you guys do a good job. Oh, no problem, Shabby. Thanks. I'm glad you like what you're here for. What you are hearing. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. That you guys had made a new day. So hold on a second. Let me go back to the save point. It's too bad because I don't get a chance to scare Lego again. Yeah. Notice how I studiously ignore Xanos' desire for this thing, as you know. All right, okay. So basically, all you had was you were back to your choice. You guys didn't lose much time at all because you're back to your choice whether you want to go across the rope bridge or whether you want to go rightwards up the mountain. So it's up to you guys. So we're back to there again. So you can go right way up the mountain or left over the rope bridge. Oh, and your luck is Not 6, but 7. Okay, so 1 is up the mountain, 2 is rope bridge. Up the mountain. Mountain, mountain. Oh, just kidding, rope bridge? Okay, rope bridge. Mountain. Mountain. Alright, going once. Oh, I got another vote for rope bridge. Okay, mountain or rope bridge. Going once. Ah, rope bridge. I got now see it's catching up. I got 4 for the mountain and 3 for the rope bridge. Going once. Going twice. All right, rope bridge it is. I mean, what did I just say? Rope bridge. Mountains, my bad. Mountains is what it is. All right, so you guys go up the mountainside. Okay. You pick your way along the rocky path, which is now rising steeply, and at times you have to climb rather than walk along it. The journey is extremely tiring, and you must stop to rest several times along the trail. One thing is a little worrying. You seem to have picked up the hoof marks again. But this time they are fresh, recently trodden into the fresh mud after the storm. Mountain goats, perhaps? The Mampang fortress in the distance at first sight does not seem to be getting any closer, but you are definitely getting nearer. You round a narrow bend and stop dead in your tracks as a missile whizzes past you and bounces off a rock. Instinctively you drop down to shelter by a boulder. What was that? In a moment your question is answered. Standing above you are 2 tall creatures holding wooden spears at the ready. Long, shaggy hair falls from their heads down to their waists. Their torsos are human and female. Again, Xanos, take it easy. From what you can see of their faces, they appear to be a bizarre hybrid of human and goat, with 2 stumpy horns protruding from their foreheads. Their lower bodies confirm this view. Their legs are goat-like and hoofed. You ask the creature, "Dost thou hoist?" And they look back at you, Eternal, and they say, "But at what cost?" And the other one says, "This is to earn." No. Their legs are goat-like and hoofed. The hoof prints, each holds a wooden spear. Have you come across any of these creatures before? He asked archly. Do you guys remember coming across these before? Eh? Eh?
I saw one in the Dota 2.
In Dota 2.
Enchantress. Yes.
Yes.
It's called Enchantress.
Yes.
Lovely creature.
And possibly even before. Yeah, dead one. Exactly, meat. You remember the dead creature in the cave. These 2 are similar. This knowledge may be of some help if they have lost their comrade. Or then again, maybe you should keep quiet, as your sleeping place may have been a sacred tomb of some sort. Do you want to call to your attackers? Do you want to call to your 2 attackers and tell them of your find? So you want to tell them about the dead body of their companions that you found? Or will you keep quiet and wait to see how they react to you first?
Wait a second, guys. Before we came to the actual cave, we heard some screams, yeah? Am I right?
There was some howling out of the one small cave, yes.
Howling. Yes, it's you see the point that it might be something killed this creature inside the cave, or it might be a situation where this creature killed herself, itself, doesn't matter, inside this cave.
Okay. Well, so far people seem to want to tell them, so what do you think, Net?
I'm not sure. We must not tell them because so far no killer we found, so it might be like self-death or somehow like that, and it might cost our some problems to us if we will tell that we found it there. It might be some kind of sacrifice ritual, and if we will tell that we were there and we were sleeping all the night there, it might cost our life.
It's a good point. Those are things you have to consider. A rookie, yes, they are on the defensive. They're not. I mean, they're like, they don't look happy, but they're
Just
not.
talking.
They're not. Yeah. So, it looks like we got. Tell them in a suave. Right. So don't be like, "Yo, I found your dead," but you can be like, "Ladies, in life there are difficult moments we all go through, and one of them is when we find one of your dead satyr goat-like creatures right now." Okay. So it looks like the vote is to tell them. So according to what it looks like here.
I don't want to tell them.
Okay, no, I know. Your objection is noted, but you have been outvoted, sir. Chat has decided to tell them. All right.
My misery.
You tell the two creatures of your night in the cave and the body you found inside. At first they become excited when you tell them of the news, but later, when you explain that their comrade is dead, they run you through. No, their expressions turn to despair. This is not good news for us, but it is not entirely unexpected, says one of the creatures. Sheimbli disappeared 2 nights ago. It is customary with our race for one who is expecting to die to venture off alone and find an unused cave in which to expire. Then she is no burden on her family, and her comrades live in constant hope that she has simply lost her way and may return to the village at any time. However, Sheimbli had been fevered for some days. I think we all knew the truth. But in any case, we thank you for this news. They invite you to go with them to their village to tell others of the news and to eat and rest. Do you wish to go with them, or do you want to decline their invitation and be on your way? So do you want to go with them to the village and eat and rest, or be on your way?
Yeah, go with them. I'm screwed. I'm silenced.
I know we have it.
I almost got to the point where it's safe to tell them, but
All right, I have. That's interesting. So I got 3 votes for go with them, 2 votes for decline. I got some people who are super suspicious.
like
What's
after
up, Shaney?
what I said. Really?
Yeah, I guess so.
Trap? No, it can't be trap. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me.
Oh, you take it easy over there, Shaney. All you peoples. All right, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. If you wish to go with them, yes. Okay. So let's see. Here we go. After climbing for perhaps 20 minutes, the 2 she-satyrs pause to allow you to catch up with them. With their goat-like legs, they are much more nimble than you are, and they watch bemusedly as you arrive panting. One of them points forward, and you can see your goal. A wide ledge on the side of the mountain is evidently the center of their village. Half a dozen other she-satyrs are watching from the entrances to several caves which tunnel into the rock. In the center of the rock face is the largest cave, towards which your guardians are taking you. As you approach the entrance, 2 she-satyrs standing at their sentry post step forwards, but one of your own escorts, whom you have learned is called Shaharza, waves her away. This is a nomad, a world traveler who must see Shahuri. The guard allows you to pass, and you enter a large cave which is well lit with torches. A number of smaller caves lead off from the main opening, and from one of these an older-looking she-satyr steps out. Will you tell her all she wants to know about your journey in the world outside of Zaman? Will you tell her about Sheimbli, that's the dead satyr, or will you wait to see what she might ask you? So basically you've got 1, tell her about your journey, 2, tell her about the dead she-satyr, 3, wait to see what she does. So 1 is tell her about the journey, 2 is tell her about the dead corpse, 3 is wait.
Tell her everything.
Now remember, tell her everything does not mean telling her about the corpse. You know that, right, Ned?
Not tell about what?
Telling all means you're not going to tell her about the corpse. So the point is, do you want to tell her about the? So you want to tell her about the journey, but not about the corpse. Do you want to tell her about the corpse, or do you want to wait?
Oh, so it's wait the point, wait.
Okay, wait. I have, let's see, 1 vote. So I got so Meat. You understood that, right? Assuming you did, I got 1 vote for tell all. I've got 1 vote for corpse, 2 vote for corpse. Hey, Draco. What's up, man?
Point is,
Offer services, Xanos. That is not an option, Xanos. You cannot offer your services as breeding.
in such intercultural situations, you must be as quiet as you can, because all you do might be understood wrong.
But then, wouldn't being silent, couldn't that also be seen as wrong? He said.
Most cultures.
It's not, I know.
Yeah, most cultures accept silence as a sign of exception, like being good guy, something like that.
All right. Well, right now I have 1 vote for tell all. I have 2 votes for telling about the corpse, and I have 2 votes for waiting. So I need someone to break this. Your real vote is 1. Oh, I got 2, 2, and 2. So I've got 2 votes for tell all. Remember, tell all does not means don't talk about the corpse. So basically, vote 1. First thing is talk, but not about the corpse. Second thing is talk about the corpse. Third thing is wait. See you, Mojo.
Rookie said silence.
Tell her about the corpse. Okay, I think I got your vote on that, Draco. Good to see you, Mojo. All right, 2, 2, and 2. I need someone to break the tie here. 2, 2, and 2.
Wait, have you counted the rookie?
Silence is respect. Did I count rookie?
I don't think so. You was talking
I think I
all
did.
this.
Oh, no, you're right. I didn't. You're right. You're quite right. Okay.